Important alert. Authorities just received a call 5 minutes ago. Now they're coming to arrest you. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Archangel Michael has come forward to speak directly to you and only you, because heaven has seen what is moving in secret and what is unfolding around your life. Michael says with great urgency, "You already skipped me before. You ignored my cry, and now I am compelled to speak with power because the timing is dangerous and the truth is standing at your very door." Michael is not whispering softly this time. He is commanding you to hear every single word. He says, this message is not to be delayed. This message is not to be taken lightly. This message is not to be skimmed and put aside. I order you take this as an alert from heaven. Very important, very serious, very personal. Authorities just received a call 5 minutes ago, and what was said in that call has shifted the entire atmosphere around your life. Now they are moving quickly. Now they are already preparing. Now they are already coming to arrest your destiny, your peace, and your name. And I am sent to reveal who is behind this and what is about to happen if you do not stand in prayer. If you do not open your spirit fully to hear God. Michael says the sound of that phone call is still echoing in the air. It was a voice, a trembling but determined voice reporting something that is twisted. Something that is not the truth. Something that was planted against you. The authorities who received it have no idea that what they were told is a lie carefully designed, and now their steps are being directed toward you. Do not take this lightly. I was ordered by God to block their path. But God says you must first know the truth, because if you keep walking blind you will walk into a trap. God says the one who made the call is not a stranger. This is the shock. This is the pain. This is the betrayal that your soul has been feeling in the spirit, but your mind has been ignoring. The one who called is someone close enough to know details, close enough to know your name, close enough to speak convincingly. They spoke as if they were protecting something, but in reality they were attempting to destroy what I have been building in your life. Michael cries, "You cannot ignore this again. Already you skipped me before. Already you brushed aside the urgency. Already you thought maybe it was nothing. But heaven is warning you. Time is shorter than you think." The moment the report was filed, the machinery of human authority started to move. But heaven is moving faster because God refuses to let your destiny be stolen by a false accusation. The vision is clear. I see papers being signed. Papers that carry your name. Papers that carry accusations that are twisted. I see uniforms moving in silence. Being told to prepare. But I also see Michael drawing his sword, standing at the edge of your house, standing at the border of your life, saying, "No, not this child, not this chosen one, not the one God has marked." The angels are lining up with him. But, Michael is crying because you still hesitate to believe. You still hesitate to listen. He says, "Why do you delay? Why do you doubt? Do you not know that I was appointed to protect you? Do you not know that heaven has dispatched me specifically because of this danger?" God says, "Do not think this is ordinary. This is not simply about human authorities or earthly accusations. This is about your spirit being targeted by forces that want to silence you. Forces that want to shame you, forces that want to break you down so that you never stand up again. But I am God and I expose them today. I expose the very one who picked up the phone. I expose the very lips that carried lies. I expose the very hands that dialed those numbers. And I say to you, child, fear not, because though they plot, though they scheme, though they move quickly, I move faster. And I will not let you be swallowed by their darkness." Michael says, "I am giving you the picture. I am giving you the warning. The call came 5 minutes ago, but I was already dispatched before the call was even made. God knew they would try this. God knew they would rise against you with this wickedness. And so I was sent to reveal it before it takes full form. The authorities may be moving in the natural, but heaven is surrounding you in the supernatural. You are not alone. The weight of betrayal is heavy. I see the face of the one who spoke against you. It is not an outsider. It is someone who has shared space with you. Someone who has eaten with you, someone who has smiled while hiding poison. They believed you would never suspect them. They believed they could remain hidden forever. But God says, finally, I expose them. Finally, I remove the mask. Finally, I show you who has been pretending, who has been calling in secret, who has been feeding information to authorities. Do not doubt this. Do not delay because the betrayal is real. Michael insists, do not ignore me this time. I order you, open your spirit, prepare your heart, stay in prayer because the time is now. Authorities think they are coming for you, but in reality, heaven is coming for them. Heaven is coming to overturn what was spoken. Heaven is coming to scatter what was written. Heaven is coming to reverse the report. The phone call that was made 5 minutes ago will be silenced by the voice of God that has been speaking from eternity. The arrest that was planned will be intercepted by the army of heaven standing guard. God says your name is not to be dragged in shame. Your destiny is not to be stolen in the night. Your calling is not to be buried by a false accusation. I have chosen you. I have marked you. I have anointed you. And though humans rise, though authorities act, though voices lie, my truth will stand and my angel will protect. Michael cries out, listen, listen with all your heart. Do not skip. Do not ignore. This is the last warning. I am not speaking for myself. I am speaking because heaven has ordered me. I am not giving you an option. I am giving you a command. Hear and respond, pray and cover yourself. Stand and believe. Because even now, even at this very moment, forces are moving, but heaven is also moving. The next hours will determine much. Do not be silent. Do not be careless. God is with you. I am with you. The armies of heaven are with you. The message stretches beyond human words. It is not just a warning. It is a call to awaken, a call to rise, a call to trust God beyond all doubt. The authorities who were deceived by the phone call will soon see the truth. The betrayer who believed they could hide will soon be exposed. The very trap that was set for you will soon swallow the one who dug it. Michael promises, I will not leave your side until this is overturned. I will not withdraw until your name is cleared. I will not rest until the plan of darkness collapses. God says, be strong, child. This is not your end. This is your awakening. This is your revelation. This is the moment you will look back on and see my hand delivering you, my angel shielding you, my truth exposing what was hidden. Fear not, for I am with you even now. God says, Archangel Michael is speaking, and I tell you with urgency, do not take this lightly. Do not dismiss it as you have before. Because already the moment you skipped me, already the moment you looked away from the signs, already the moment you hesitated to open the message, the heavens wept and the truth trembled. Archangel Michael says, I contact you again, not by chance, not by accident, but by divine command. You are already skipping me, already ignoring me, already pretending that the message can wait. But I order you this message. Don't ignore for your life, for your destiny, for the safety of everything that is yours. Hear this voice now. Important alert. The authorities just received a call 5 minutes ago. Someone picked up the phone. Someone spoke words into a receiver. Someone told them something tied to your name. And now they are moving. They are coming. Footsteps are aligning. Papers are being signed. And the word is arrest. Do you understand what is happening? Do you feel the trembling in the air? God says Archangel Michael is not playing. He says this is not a warning to place on the shelf. This is the storm at your door. The truth breaking into your life. And if you skip again, if you scroll past again, if you hide again, you will regret with tears too heavy for your eyes to hold. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. Archangel Michael says, I saw the call, I saw the voice of the caller. I saw the face of the one who lifted the phone. It was not random. It was not accidental. It was chosen. It was designed. This person knows your name. This person carries your story like a weapon. And when the authorities heard, they did not pause. They did not doubt. They believed. 5 minutes ago, the heavens trembled as their decision was made. They are coming. And the reason they come is not because of what you did, but because of what someone wants to place upon you, what someone wants to tie to your back, what someone wants to stamp upon your record. God says, the one who betrayed you is smiling right now, believing they are victorious, believing that you are unaware, believing that you are still blind. But God says the blindfold is off. God says the light is on. God says, you shall see who has called, who has whispered, who has signed the paper. Michael cries, I warned you before. I whispered before. I shouted before. I stood at your side and still you doubted. But now this is not time for hesitation. God says this is a final moment message. They are not walking slowly. They are running. They are not preparing tomorrow. They are moving now. 5 minutes may seem like nothing, but in the spirit realm 5 minutes is thunder. 5 minutes is earthquake. 5 minutes is destiny shifted. And God says those 5 minutes have already passed, which means the chariots are rolling, which means the vehicles are aligning, which means the eyes of men in uniforms are fixed. Do you not see the shadows? Do you not feel the vibration in your chest? God says, I am showing you because you must prepare. You must open. You must act. If you close this message, you close your protection. If you skip again, you skip your covering. If you laugh this away, you laugh at your own freedom. The truth is being exposed. Finally, God says, the woman, the man, the family member who lifted that phone call is not hidden anymore. Heaven's court heard their voice. Heaven's ear captured their tone. The one who betrayed you thought they were safe in darkness, but God says, no darkness hides from me. The authorities may move on human lies, but heaven moves on truth. And the truth is your name is not guilty. Your soul is not guilty. Your record in heaven is not guilty. But on earth, words can twist, people can bend, signatures can frame, and now they believe they have tied your name to their crime. God says, Archangel Michael is crying now. His wings shake because you ignored him before. He remembers the night he came and you scrolled away. He remembers the moment he tapped you on the shoulder and you turned aside. He remembers when he said, don't skip this. And you still did. Michael is crying loudly because you didn't listen. But God says, mercy still flows. God says, my love still burns. God says, I give you another chance. This message is another chance. Don't skip again. Don't scroll again. Don't push away again. I tell you with divine authority, the caller is closer than you think. The one who picked up the phone has eaten at your table. The one who spoke your name into the receiver has hugged you before. The one who placed this burden on you has smiled in your face and stabbed your back. You will not believe when I reveal. But heaven says it is family. It is bloodline. It is one of your own. And the authorities are listening not to truth but to the poison they poured. Archangel Michael says, the very person you defended has placed your name in chains. The very one you trusted has dragged your name into fire. And still God says, I fight for you. Still God says, my angels surround you. Still God says open this, read this, hold this because this message is your sword. Michael says they are already coming but heaven can turn their steps. Michael says their keys are in their hands but heaven can scatter them. Michael says their paper is signed, but heaven can burn it. Do you see? The urgency is not to scare you. The urgency is to save you. The urgency is to bring you under cover. God says the shadow of the Almighty is open. The wings are stretched wide. The fortress is waiting. But you must not walk out. You must not close your eyes. You must not ignore the trumpet. The authorities received a call 5 minutes ago, but heaven received a call before time began. God says, the blood of my son spoke louder. The sacrifice spoke higher. And that blood covers you. That blood clears you. That blood rewrites the case. The accuser thinks they have won. But the advocate stands higher. Archangel Michael says, the war in heaven is fierce, but you are defended. Do not be deceived by what men are saying. Do not tremble at the name of arrest. Do not faint at the sight of police. They are flesh. They are breath. They are dust. But God is eternal. God is sovereign. God is judge. Still listen because the earthly must align with the heavenly. If you ignore this, the earthly will bind you even though the heavenly has freed you. That is why Michael repeats, I order you, not ask, not suggest. I order you. Important message. Do not ignore. Now I will tell you what I see. I see the caller's face. Their lips were trembling, but not from fear. Trembling from excitement. They think they win. They think you fall. They think tomorrow you will not rise. But God says the stone they placed at your grave is already rolled away. God says the lie they spoke is already swallowed. God says their words will fall on their own heads. Michael sees the reversal. He sees the trap breaking. He sees the snare catching the feet of the wicked. But the reversal comes only if you believe. The shield comes only if you open. The covering comes only if you heed. God says, don't repeat the mistake of yesterday. Don't repeat the skipping. Don't repeat the doubting. This is your hour. This is your moment. This is your lifeline. Listen. Archangel Michael is screaming because the clock is ticking. 5 minutes ago the call was made, which means now they are closer than you think. But heaven says 1 second is enough to scatter armies. 1 second is enough to blind eyes. 1 second is enough to send confusion into their camp. God says, I can make them lose their way. I can make their car stop. I can make their paper tear. I can make their command dissolve. But you must choose. You must believe. You must not skip. Michael cries. If you ignore again, I walk away. If you scroll again, I leave. If you pretend again, my wings will not cover you. He does not say this in anger, but in sorrow. Because he loves you, because he fights for you. Because he was commanded to protect you. But he cannot fight if you refuse to stand. God says the caller is female. The caller is someone who pretends to care. The caller has been smiling. But in secret she has fed your name to authorities. She said you did something you never did. She placed your name where hers should have been. And now they are coming not for her but for you. God says this is exposure. Finally the hidden woman is exposed. Finally her secret is revealed. Finally her plan is collapsing. But you must not run from this truth. You must see it. You must acknowledge it. And you must let heaven fight. Michael shouts again. This is your order. This is your alert. Do not ignore. God says this message is for you alone. A message that cannot wait. A message that must not be delayed. For Archangel Michael has spoken and his words are not to be taken lightly. You have already skipped him before. You ignored the call. And you must understand that heaven does not repeat itself without reason. Every whisper that comes from above is part of a divine order. Every sign is wrapped in purpose. And today the purpose is burning with urgency. Michael says he contacts you again because you were chosen to hear what no one else can hear, to receive what no one else is strong enough to receive. He says, do not ignore this. I order you to listen, for it concerns your life, your destiny, and something that has just been set in motion that cannot be reversed unless you turn to God right now. God says, important alert. Authorities just received a call 5 minutes ago. That call was not random. It was not an accident. It was not meaningless. That call carried weight in the spirit, and it was intended to stir earthly powers against you. Michael says they are coming to arrest what belongs to you. They are coming to steal. They are coming to put chains where there should be freedom. They are coming to lay false claims where God has already written truth. But before fear can settle in your heart, before panic can crush your spirit, God says, "Be still, for I am with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe under my shadow." Yet you must understand this. When heaven reveals danger, it is not to make you collapse. It is to make you rise in prayer and faith. The enemy has whispered into ears of authority. The enemy has manipulated voices to move against you. But God says what they heard was a lie, what they planned was built on sand. And what they try to carry out will collapse before their eyes if you trust me. Michael says, "You already ignored me once, but this time you cannot afford to turn away." This is an order. Heaven is warning you because your name is being spoken where it should not be spoken. Your image is being held where it should not be held. And your destiny is being discussed by those who are not fit to touch it. Right now there are conversations happening behind walls. There are voices saying bring them in, hold them down. Block their way. But God is saying, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You need to pray. You need to call upon the name of the Lord because heaven is shifting. Even as you read this, Michael has drawn his sword not to frighten you, but to defend you, for he sees the arrows pointed at you, and he is already standing in front of them. He is crying out, "Do not fear. Do not tremble, for this is not the end of you. It is the beginning of the exposure of those who plotted against you." The call that was made 5 minutes ago is the result of envy, of hidden jealousy, of those who cannot stand the light you carry. They whispered into the ears of authority because they could not touch you directly. They thought if they used earthly systems, they could cage what heaven has blessed. But they forgot that the highest authority sits above all others. God says, "Who can bring a charge against my chosen? It is I who justifies. It is I who defends. It is I who sets free." Do not ignore the urgency. This is not the time to be distracted. This is not the time to think lightly. Michael says, "I order you. Pray now. Pray in faith. Declare your safety. Declare your victory. Declare that no false chain can hold what belongs to God. The authorities may come, but they will come empty. The plans may rise, but they will fall. The accusations may sound loud, but they will be silenced. For the Lord Himself says, "I will stand in the courtroom of your life. I will be the judge, and I will overturn every false claim made against you. You are not alone. Every tear you shed, heaven collects. Every prayer you whisper, heaven hears. Michael has been watching, and though you ignored him before, he has not abandoned you. He says, "This is your chance to show you trust heaven more than you fear men. This is your chance to lift your voice and say, 'My God will rescue me.'" What is about to unfold is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to expose those who plotted against you. God is saying, "They made the call, but I will make the final decision. They raised their voices, but I will silence them. They planned your downfall, but I will lift you higher than they can ever imagine." Rest assured, child of God, nothing will go wrong with you. Even if the authorities move, even if their feet approach, they will not find you broken. They will not find you guilty. They will not find you abandoned. Instead, they will witness the covering of heaven. They will see confusion in their own plans, and they will walk away unable to touch you. For the hand of God is stronger than any human system, and the word of God is greater than any earthly report. Michael is pleading, do not delay. Do not put this aside. Pray, trust, obey. This is not just a message. This is a lifeline. Heaven is moving, and your response determines how swiftly the enemy's plans collapse. God says, "Trust me and watch how I turn what was meant for harm into a testimony that will shake even those who doubted you." The next hours are crucial. Keep your heart steady. Keep your faith alive. Say out loud, "God is my defender. God is my shield. God is my refuge." And you will see the truth. You are untouchable because you are chosen. Unbreakable because you are covered. Unstoppable because you walk with God. God says this message is urgent. It is not something you can skip. Not something you can set aside. Not something you can treat as another passing word that you scroll through and forget. This is God's voice reaching you through Archangel Michael, who stands in obedience to heaven, trembling with a heavy burden on his wings because he has been trying to reach you. But you have been skipping him. You have been distracted. You have been looking elsewhere when the message was waiting for you. And now this message comes like a trumpet, like a warning bell, like the sudden cry of an alarm in the night. It is not an ordinary word. It is a divine call, an urgent alert. Archangel Michael says, "I contact you because the hour has come. You skipped me before, but this message you must not ignore. I order you in the name of the living God. Open your heart now and listen, because this is for you and you alone." Important alert. Authorities just received a call 5 minutes ago. Heaven saw the call, heard the words, recorded the lies, and knows the truth. Now they are preparing to move, and they are coming to arrest you. The message cuts like a sword because it is serious. Heaven does not play with words. When God reveals, it is because something is hidden that must come to light. What you are not seeing with your eyes, heaven already exposed. What is whispered behind closed doors is already shouted in the courts of heaven. What the authorities of men believe they know is already overturned by the authority of God. Do not panic. Do not be afraid. Do not fall into confusion, because God says, I will be with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe in my hands. Trust me, pray to me. Hold to me. And I will carry you through what looks impossible. Even now, Michael is speaking urgently. He says, there has been a conversation about you. A name was mentioned. A call was placed. A file was touched. A decision was stirred. But do you not know the Lord overturns the counsel of the wicked? The Lord frustrates the plans of liars. The Lord sends his angels to stand between you and the sword. Though they may come with papers, though they may come with uniforms, though they may come with accusations, heaven has already written a different report. Heaven's record shows you are chosen, covered, and preserved. The call made 5 minutes ago cannot undo the promise made from eternity. Beloved soul, God says, remember, whenever the enemy tries to stir fear, it is because he knows what is coming for you is greater. Whenever there is a sudden shaking, it is because a breakthrough is near. The timing of this message is not an accident. 5 minutes ago, something was spoken in the natural. But right now, something greater is being spoken in the spiritual. God says, do not measure your safety by what men do. Do not measure your destiny by what men say. My hand is stronger. My word is higher. My angels are nearer than any authority, and they guard your path. Michael weeps because you almost ignored this again. He has been crying out. Do not delay. Do not doubt. Do not think this is for someone else. This is your message. This is your alert. This is your moment to turn your heart fully toward heaven. He says, when they come, you will not be destroyed. When they speak, their words will fall to the ground. When they accuse, their accusations will be overturned. But you must not run from God's covering. You must not delay in prayer. You must not treat lightly what heaven has made heavy. God says, I am sending this warning so you will be prepared. I am sending this word so you will know you are not abandoned. I am sending this message so that when you see movement around you, you will remember I told you beforehand. You are safe in me, but you must trust me. You must cling to me. You must not fear man. For what can man do to you when I am with you? The authorities of the earth may believe they have power, but all power belongs to God. They may believe they are moving by information, but heaven knows the source of that call. Heaven knows the lips that spoke against you. Heaven knows the hand that dialed the number. Heaven knows the motive behind it. And heaven says, I will expose it. I will bring it to light. I will not allow lies to prosper against you. I will not allow traps to capture you. I will not allow snares to bind you. For you are mine, chosen and sealed, and I have already assigned angels to surround you. Michael says, this is not a joke. This is not a test. This is a moment of real urgency. When the enemy rises like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord raises up a standard. The call has gone out against you, but the call of heaven is greater. The sound of man's accusation cannot silence the roar of God's protection. Beloved, listen. In this hour, pray. Call upon the Lord, for he is near. Say his name and he will answer. Cover yourself in the blood of Jesus. For no authority, no lie, no accusation can cross that covering. Remember what God has promised. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises in judgment against you, you shall condemn. This is your heritage as my servant, and your righteousness comes from me. God says, do not let fear paralyze you. Do not let panic blind you. Instead, lift your hands, lift your voice, lift your heart, and declare that I am with you. Trust in me, for I will guide you through this. I will fight for you and you will hold your peace. I will defend you and you will see the salvation of the Lord. Stand still, for I am moving on your behalf. And Archangel Michael says, I have drawn my sword already. I stand guard at your door. I stand watch over your name. I stand ready to silence the accuser. Though they may come in flesh, they will not prevail, because I am sent to defend you. This is my command from heaven. Protect you, shield you, keep you until the word of the Lord comes to pass. So do not ignore this. Do not delay. Do not skip this message. This is urgent. God Himself says, authorities just received a call 5 minutes ago, but I received you before time began. They may come, but they cannot harm you. They may plan, but they cannot overthrow my plan. They may accuse, but they cannot remove my covering. Rest in me, pray to me. Trust in me. And you will see my glory in the middle of what men thought would break you. God says this is your assurance. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. I am with you. Just trust, just pray, just believe. Watch, for I will turn even this into a testimony of my power. Deep in is no longer steady. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because something was hidden from you. A truth buried beneath false promises, quiet agreements, and financial missteps. The walls of your home have heard conversations you weren't supposed to hear. The corners of your room have wept with you in silence. The ceilings have soaked in your prayers, the kind you whispered late at night when you thought no one was listening. But heaven was listening. The angels were writing down every word. And now there is movement in the spirit realm. Not all movement is punishment, sometimes it is redirection. Sometimes God allows the things we thought were ours forever to be shaken because something greater is coming. But He must first remove what you've become too attached to. And still, this is not just about material loss. This is about unveiling truth. God says someone around you is trying to keep you trapped in a place that was only meant to be temporary, and they're disguising their motives with false love. Your name has been mentioned in meetings you didn't know existed. There are people who smile at you but have already written a different ending for you. They have discussed the paperwork. They have whispered timelines. They have moved things around behind your back. Someone said, just a little longer and they'll have no choice but to leave. But the Spirit of the Lord has interrupted this plot. You were not supposed to know yet, but the grace over your life is too deep, too heavy, too sacred for this to go on. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because this house is tied to a lie. It is tied to a person who swore they loved you but have made agreements that contradict everything they promised. You feel it. You've been feeling it. The mood in the air has shifted. Your spirit has been restless. You keep looking at the front door as if someone is about to knock with news that will change everything. You've been sensing the countdown but didn't know what it meant. This is what it meant. There is an expiration on this place. Something is ending, but it is not to hurt you. It is to wake you up. Because if you stay too long in a space that no longer serves your destiny, it begins to break you down from the inside out. And your soul is too expensive to stay broken. You gave your heart to the wrong person and they tied it into the foundation of the home. You shared your secrets in a room where someone was already building a case against you. You kept praying for peace in a house that was slowly becoming a prison. The laughter has faded. The furniture no longer brings you comfort. You feel like a guest in your own home. And yet, even now, you've been trying to convince yourself to stay because starting over is terrifying. But starting over is what will save you. Finally, God is exposing this. Someone who claimed to protect you has made plans to evict you emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. They may not come with keys or contracts, but they have opened a spiritual door that is ushering you out. Do not mistake this shift for failure. Do not misread the signs. God is not punishing you. He is relocating you for preservation. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because it has turned into a masquerade. You wake up and smile, but you know it's not home anymore. You know something is off. You feel like crying in every room. There are shadows on the walls of your heart. And it is because you have outgrown the lie you've been trying to live. This message is for you. Someone you love deeply knelt down and cried last night because they don't know how to tell you the truth. They've made decisions that have put the entire structure of your life in jeopardy. They owe people money. They said they paid bills they didn't pay. They signed things in your name. They made agreements in fear, thinking they were protecting everyone. But their fear has turned into betrayal. The house you thought was built on love was secretly being eaten by termites of secrecy and shame. It's almost over. You won't have to pretend much longer. The curtain is about to fall and the truth will stand on the stage, bold and unshakable. The home you're trying to protect has already been spiritually released from you. The place you tried to make holy has been desecrated by hidden sin. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. What you feel is real. The release has already happened in heaven. It's just unfolding now on earth. You will soon find out why everything started falling apart around the same time. Why communication started to break. Why you've been arguing more. Why you keep dreaming of other places, safer places, quieter places. You've been sensing the pull of a new beginning. But you've been clinging to what's familiar. This message is telling you, let go. Someone will soon say, we have to move. Someone will soon confess, I didn't tell you everything. Someone will soon cry and say, I thought I was helping. But the truth will no longer be delayed. Everything that was hidden is being brought into the light, not to ruin you, but to rescue you from the slow death of pretending. The locks may still turn. The lights may still work, but the home itself is no longer spiritually safe for you. And heaven cannot bless what your heart has outgrown. They tried to keep you there because your presence kept the house from falling. Your prayers were the glue. Your faith was the foundation. Your kindness held up walls that were never even yours to hold. But even the strongest hearts get tired, and God is not asking you to be the savior of a space that doesn't even celebrate your existence anymore. There is another place prepared. But first, you must be emptied of this one. Don't panic when things start falling apart. Don't collapse when they say it's time to go. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because it no longer aligns with your divine assignment. And here's the part that will shake you to your core. This isn't the first time someone has tried to remove you spiritually. There were other homes, other seasons, other relationships, other cities where you stayed too long and it almost cost you your joy. But this time, heaven is stepping in. This time, angels are on assignment to make sure you don't get trapped again. You are too close to destiny. You are too close to the promise. The time is too short to stay bound by familiarity. Someone once said they'd never let you go, but they're the same one making plans without you. You are not being thrown away. You are being pulled into alignment. You are not being punished. You are being set free. You are not being rejected. You are being redirected. It will hurt. You may cry. You may feel like you've lost everything. But this loss is your gain in disguise. This eviction is your elevation. This heartbreak is your healing. There is someone who has been watching you spiritually. A soul from heaven who knows your name and has been pleading for your release. They've been saying, Father, they can't stay there. If they stay, they'll miss their next chapter. And heaven listened. And now it is unfolding. This is your confirmation. This is your wake-up call. This is your spiritual knock at the door. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because you were never meant to die there. There's more. This isn't just about losing a physical place. It's about losing an old version of yourself. A version that settled. A version that begged to be understood. A version that stayed small to keep others comfortable. A version that hid your calling just to keep the peace. That version is being removed. The house is the symbol. Your spirit is the true dwelling place and it is rising. My beloved child, this message is for you. It is not a coincidence that your eyes have found these words today. It is not by chance that your soul stirred within you, that a quiet urgency called out from deep inside your spirit saying, read this carefully for something is about to shift. You are not alone in what you are facing. You are not forgotten.